Okay, bye. Have fun. Okay. So my husband finally left and we get to spend the afternoon together. Come on in. Hey, hello, welcome. My name is Mareike. I'm 41 years old and I live in Berlin, Germany with my husband and our 2 fluffy cats. On this channel, I share my life as a child-free woman as well as my struggles and joy of slowly but surely getting a little bit older and just trying to be happy and healthy. I spend most Sunday afternoons by myself since that's when my husband meets up with his DJ friends. He's about 9 years younger than me and is very stereotype Berlin into DJing and producing. I'm honestly quite happy to be spending these days by myself. As an introvert, I really need them to recharge, and I lovingly call them my me days, where I usually don't even leave the house and don't see anyone. I always have a decaf flat white with oat milk, some dark chocolate, and some walnuts. I did actually stop drinking regular coffee about 4 years ago, so since then I've only been drinking decaf and a little bit of cocoa in the mornings. But yeah, I guess I'm still pretty much addicted to caffeine, even though I'm only microdosing. I guess it's a long story, but when I was still drinking coffee, I felt anxious all the time. I felt like I was all over the place, wasn't really able to focus, wasn't able to sleep as well as I do now. I'm really happy that after years of trying, I was finally able to quit regular coffee. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's actually raining, and I think there's nothing more cozy than a rainy Sunday afternoon. Okay, so I finally decided to get up, get dressed, and actually go and pick up a parcel from our neighbors. Because as much as I like to just chill out and do nothing on Sundays, there always comes a time, sometime in the afternoon, where I'm just annoyed with myself and just want to get moving and feel like I have my act together, I guess. But yeah, I gotta tell you that this one does not feel the same way. I never really used to wear any makeup despite mascara, but I have started to establish a bit of a minimal makeup, if you want to call it that, routine, just to feel and look a little bit more put together. I gotta say that I used to be entirely oblivious to the fact that other women do things like, for example, filling in their eyebrows. But at the late age of probably 38, good friends of mine told me that they were filling in their eyebrows using a little bit of blush every single day and doing just a small few things, and I basically started copying what they were doing. And I gotta say that on the one hand, doing these small things really does make me feel a little bit more attractive in a way. And I'm a little bit torn, wondering if it's a good thing to even start, because previously I was quite happy with the way I looked without doing these things. And now I almost feel like I need them to feel my best and feel prettier than if I weren't to do them. So I'm really cautious of keeping things minimal, because I feel like no matter how much makeup you're using, you are eventually getting used to it and you will feel less attractive without it. And I think that it's mostly due to the fact that I'm living in Berlin that I'm so confident with using very little and oftentimes just no makeup whatsoever, because I feel like it's quite common in the city to see women without makeup or very minimal makeup. And generally, since moving here pretty much exactly 7 years ago, I've noticed such a shift in my confidence. I think it's partly due to getting older, but then also due to the vibe of the city, that people just do and look like however they want. And there's little judgment, and I really love that. I gotta say that I absolutely love this coat. I bought it about 2 months ago, And it's just so cozy and comfy, and it feels like a warm blankie really. And the filling is made out of vegan down, so no animals have been harmed, and I love that. And it's just perfect for Berlin winter. Okay, so let's get out of here. So this is the puzzle I was just able to pick up from our neighbors, and obviously it's already occupied, as can be expected. But yeah, getting a package delivered to your actual apartment door is something you should not expect when living in Berlin. Tracking down your packages and also accepting like 10 to 15 packages of your neighbors is something that's very common here. It's actually very common in Berlin to see notes of people who have lost their packages and are just trying to get a hold of them. But yeah, I'm even happier that I was able to retrieve the package from our neighbors. And someone else is really happy about it as well. I did order a fair few supplements, vitamin B. I also ordered these organic like muesli bars. They're mostly made out of dates and chocolate. I've been having them very frequently. It's just a pretty like healthy snack. And then fish oil for the cats. And another iron supplement. I did forget to order these a while back and did... Hey. I was gonna say that I did forget to order them a while back and did not take them for at least a month straight. And I think that I could feel the difference. Maybe it's placebo, I'm not sure. But since then, I've always been making sure to take my iron supplements. Another thing that I feel like makes such a huge difference is vitamin D. And I have actually been diagnosed with a vitamin D deficiency a few years ago. And since then, I've been taking it very regularly. And it has made such a difference in my mood and my energy levels. But that's just me. Okay, it's time for a quick snack. I already prepared this oatmeal protein powder mix. I don't know, it probably doesn't sound too appetizing. But yeah, one thing I'm really trying to make sure is that I do get enough protein in my diet. And for the longest time, I was listening to these people saying that you should get more protein and protein is so important. And it took me forever to really understand the importance. And also I generally try to follow more of a plant-based diet, like I would say 90% of the time at least. I'm eating plant-based. And just the idea of eating a ton of animal protein doesn't really sit right with me. So I was really hesitant to eat that much protein. But now that I've figured out how to get more plant-based protein in my diet, I definitely do make an effort and I want to keep it up. And I feel like it makes such a difference in my hunger levels and satiety. And I'm really glad that I finally figured that out. So yeah, as I said, I'm having an oatmeal protein powder soy yogurt mix snack. It's kind of my go-to afternoon snack, and sometimes I top it with berries or a banana or like a seed mix. I always put on some cinnamon. I really love cinnamon. It's not gonna open. It's not happening. Yes. Whee! Yes! Yay! So we do play with them every single night, but when I do have time, then I really like to play with them when they're actually active and ready to play. And that is now. And obviously, I guess like almost all cats, they prefer trash to any actual cat toys. And they have also become a lot quieter over the years. They just turned 5 in November. But yeah, they still love to play and we really want to keep them active and happy. So something I always try to do is to start the week ahead with sort of a blank slate, and I just try to have the apartment as clean and organized as possible because it gets messy enough during the week. So I'm going to clean up the kitchen. I'm also going to water the plants. And yeah, then it's going to be time for dinner soon. Alright, so everything's clean, at least superficially clean. I didn't really deep clean or anything like that, but it's enough. So over the last 6 months or so, I have finally started to read a little bit more because frankly, before that, I only read like a book or two per year, usually on vacation. And I felt like it was kind of high time to change that. And one of the books I read is All Fours by Miranda July. And it really opened my eyes to the reality of perimenopause. And I gotta say that since reading this book, I'm a little bit anxious about perimenopause and its onset. Because previously I always thought that that's something that's gonna happen, like menopause is gonna happen by the end of my 40s, and then it's gonna last a couple years, and that's about it. But since reading this book, and for some reason the topic kept popping up left and right, I realized that it's something that just happens gradually over many, many years, and that it's something that may as well have already started, and I don't even know. And yeah, I feel like everything one reads about perimenopause is quite scary. I'm trying to do my best to lead a healthy life and do everything to make sure that I'll go through it as easily as possible. But still, the prospect of what might happen is kind of scary. But either way, it's a topic I really want to talk more about on this channel. And I want to share my experience once I'm getting there. I'm also curious to hear from other people what their experience has been with it. And with that, I'm going to end this vlog. And I hope to see you around. Bye.